Jessica, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Let's start with, by any definition that has previously been used, and even specifically was used by the media under the Trump administration, it's clear we do have a crisis. What is happening at our border? Why is this occurring?
What we're seeing now is actually a continuation of an influx of new people hoping to cross illegally into the country and be allowed to stay. And it started soon after the election in November because prospective migrants in Central America and really all over the world believed that if Joe Biden were elected, that he was going to fulfill his campaign promises for a mass amnesty and a reversal of the Trump administration's tough policies at the border. And so they're coming because they have the realistic belief that if they can make it to the U.S. border, they will be allowed in, they will be supported with programs and services, and that they might even benefit from an amnesty that is being promised by the Biden administration. I mean, there is no doubt that this is linked to the change in policies under this new administration. We had a crisis in 2019. Tough measures really were needed to take care of it, but it was addressed. It shows we can control the border. When the policies change, people's motivations change, and that's what's happening.
Now, we have the Biden administration come into office, and right away, they said they wanted to have, I believe it was it 100 days or 90 days, I forget, but a 90-day freeze on deportation, something like that. And then a federal court said you can't actually do that. What is the status of deportations under the Biden administration? Are they still ongoing? Have they changed the parameters for who's going to get deported? And because to your earlier point about people thinking they're going to get to stay, it does seem likely that a family unit that right now shows up on the southern border and gets entry in the United States, which is not hard to do under the credible fear test claiming defensive asylum, is likely to stay. So who can't stay, I guess, Jessica? Or who won't under the Biden administration?
Well, the border is essentially open to almost anyone, even people who've been deported before, even people who were deported after criminal convictions. Most things are being simply excused. And yes, the 100-day deportation freeze that Biden ordered on his first day in office has been enjoined by a federal judge, but the more seriously damaging policy is the freeze that Biden put on interior enforcement activity by ICE, telling ICE officers that they are no longer allowed to detain, arrest, look for, or remove all but a very small share of criminal illegal aliens, the most serious criminal aliens, like, as one friend of mine in law enforcement used to say, the kind of person who, hacked off a nun's head in the public square, really serious criminals. Everyone else is not a target now for immigration enforcement, and that's another incentive for people to try to come. Now, some states are looking to sue over this policy, which really is an abrogation of the federal government's job to enforce the laws that Congress passed. Florida is suing. Montana and Arizona also are filing lawsuits following on the Texas lawsuit. But this really is a shocking decision that Biden has made to simply suspend deportations. He's gone even farther than Obama did in shutting down what ICE can do by pushing this narrative that immigration enforcement is inherently unfair, mean, even racist, and shouldn't be occurring. They want to get everybody, as many people as possible, in place to benefit from the mass amnesty that Biden hopes to pass with legislation that's been introduced in Congress, and which we're going to start to see debated next week in the House.
Hey, Team Buck, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked the video, click that little thumbs up button. And if you want to see more great content from The First, please click subscribe.